place of both dramatic historic events and unparalleled scenery, beautiful and now peaceful Kealakekua Bay, Pathway of the Gods, opens beneath steep beetled cliffs on the ancient surfing beach along the shoreline of Napo'opo'o Village. The site of arguably the most important event in the history of Polynesia, home to pods of frolicking dolphins, hosting the greatest density of hammerhead sharks anywhere in the Pacific Ocean, and providing some truly breathtaking snorkeling, Kealakekua Bay is one of the most truly magical spots in the state of Hawaii. Across the bay from Napo'opo'o stands the solitary white obelisk that marks the lonely Captain Cook Monument, rising among the ruins of Kaubaloa Village. High along the cliff walls can be seen numerous burial caves of the iwi, bones of Ali'i, and in the late afternoon light, a grayish streak is visible on the northwest wall. Local legend has it that a cannonball fired by Cook to impress the Hawaiians left the streak as it smeared and bounced along the cliff. Close in along the beach, historic Hikiau, moving current Heiau, stands through the ages, witness to the tsunami of enormous changes that swept through Hawaii and the coming of Cook and the Europeans, which began right here in Kealakekua Bay. Perhaps the most sought-after snorkeling area in Hawaii, visitors frequently kayak from Napo'opo'o to the monument to enjoy the Class AAA waters and abundant sea life. However, the monument is also accessible by hiking a trail down from the highway. This hike takes 4 to 6 hours round trip, and drinking water is not available anywhere along the journey.
It was in this broad bay that Captain James Cook made his deepest impression on and longest visit with native Hawaiians when he first arrived late in November of 1778. And it was along the shores of Kealakekua Bay where he met his tragic end in February 1779 during his second visit. Forever altered from the moment of Cook's arrival, the evolution of Hawaiian society would soon change in ways the native Hawaiians could scarcely have imagined just days before the Englishmen made shore here. Arriving in his ship's revolution and discovery at the height of Makahiki, a season of peace, worship, hula, games, and feasting, Cook was greeted as the personification of the god Lono, feted as a divine guest and treated with feasts, gifts, respect, and awe. A god of plenty and agriculture, Lono's personal sign was atop a cloth hung from a crossbeam suspended from a single pole, a profile not too unlike that of the sailing ships Cook arrived with. On January 28, 1779, Cook presided over the first Christian ritual performed in the Hawaiian Islands when he read the burial service for crew member William Watman at Hikiau, Heiau. After sailing from Hawaii to search for the Northwest Passage along the Alaska coastline shortly thereafter, Cook and his crew had to return to Kealakekua Bay abruptly and unexpectedly to repair a mast. With the celebratory mood of the Makahiki over, dismayed about the previous behavior of the sailors and noting that the Englishmen had consumed an inordinate amount of food, Cook and his men were greeted much less warmly upon re-arriving. Tensions ran high, and when a group of Hawaiians stole a rowboat to scavenge the nails, Cook attempted to take Chief Kalani'apu'u as hostage to ensure the boat's return and to reassert his authority. A scuffle broke out and Cook was killed by the Hawaiians in the ensuing melee. Captain King's eyewitness account of Cook's death is as stark and barren as the cliffs that loom above the site. 4 Marines were cut off amongst the rocks in their retreat and fell as sacrifice to the fury of the enemy. Unfortunate commander, the last time he was seen distinctly, was standing at the water's edge, calling for the boats to stop firing and pull in. In this battle, 5 Englishmen died, and 17 Hawaiians, 5 of them chiefs, were killed. 8 more Hawaiians were killed in a subsequent melee near the Heiau. Cook's body was sacrificed to Ku, the war god, at Puhino o Lono, burning of Lono, Heiau. His flesh baked, bones flensed, and body parts distributed to various ali'i. Fearing a bloodbath after the initial fracas, Captain Clerk ordered the men of Resolution and Discovery to stand down, and the mortal remains of James Cook that had been returned by the Hawaiians were buried at sea. In 1874, British sailors erected the current white obelisk monument to Captain Cook on a spot quite a bit distant from where he was actually killed. The area remains a piece of British territory on American soil and is maintained by Brit sailors passing through. Swimming to the monument from Napo'opo'o is recommended only for well-conditioned, long-distance swimmers used to crossing stretches of open ocean. The swim takes about half an hour each way. Bear in mind that this bay has the highest population density of hammerhead sharks anywhere on Earth. Not that anyone has ever been known to have been attacked. Snorkeling and scuba diving at the monument is unrivaled anywhere in Hawaii, but access is hampered by lack of any road nearby. The monument may be reached either by boat from Napo'opo'o or by hiking the trail down from the highway. Numerous tide pools, vast underwater topography, caves and spires, a several hundred-foot drop-off, and an abundance of varied sea life including dolphin, hammerhead sharks, eel, and manta rays are the highlight of underwater exploration of this bay. Many shops along the Kona coast rent kayaks to visitors for the short paddle to the monument, and this is highly recommended over swimming the mile of open ocean. Put in at the old concrete pier at Napo'opo'o and expect to take between 30 and 45 minutes to paddle to the monument. Don't go out if the swells are too large, or if there's a strong offshore wind. Dolphins frequent this bay, and you are admonished to keep at least 100 feet from them, although they may approach you more closely. Never reach out to touch or feed a dolphin. They are wild animals and will bite. Be sure to return to the pier well before dark, remembering that there is little twilight in tropical regions. Take at least a gallon of water for each person and food. None of either are available at the moment, and paddling is hot, thirsty, and hungry work.
How come you're not here?